The Brazilian leopard wood tree is native to Central America and South America. According to some internet sources, it can grow up to 150 foot tall and have a trunk as big as 4 foot in diameter. Very similar to a couple of other trees. The first one is lacewood and the second one is macadamia, which I assume is the tree that you get macadamia nuts from. Interestingly enough, in Australia there is also a very similar tree called the silky oak. I've found in working with Brazilian leopard wood it tends to be very brittle and prone to splintering. Some woodworkers have reported reactions very similar to poison ivy. The mandolin that I'm working on right now is the second mandolin that I have made out of Brazilian leopard wood, and as you can see I am preparing the spruce top and gluing it to the already bent and blocked Brazilian leopard wood sides. My name is Ratliff, and I invite you to spend the next few minutes with me as we explore all of the jobs that we're taking care of this week at Ratliff Mandolin's workshop. Welcome to this episode of the Ratliff Mandolin's weekly production diary series. In addition to the leopardwood mandolin, which by the way is mandolin number 5 in our current batch of mandolins, we have several ongoing projects here at Ratliff Mandolins this week, including mandolins number 3, mandolin number 6, and of course the 2 mandocellos, which are mandolins number 1 and number 2 in this batch. So let's take a look at mandolin number 3 to begin with. Mandolin number 3 is the mandolin that's going to have tortoise shell binding put on, and we started at the beginning of the week, and right now it's actually in the middle of the week, and you can see that we are down to our next to the last piece, and hopefully by the end of the week we'll have went even farther with mandolin number 3. Let's check in with mandolin number 6. Number 6 is a mandolin that you've seen several times over the past few episodes, and here's some footage of it having its back glued on. And now it's time to take it out of the jig. And it is now ready to have the excess back trimmed off and be put in the box with the others to await the next steps of construction. And now, sadly, there's been an ominous development in the whole story of the mandocellos. So let's go look at that. And now for the bad news on the mandocello front. I'm carving the K4 here, just as happy as a pig in mud, a beautiful piece of wood. And right down here, as I'm finishing up the inside of the bowl, I run into this. It's a doty place, or a rotten spot, right here in the middle, right in the wrong place. So I am at a loss to know what to do about that, other than just order a new piece of wood and start all over again. The problem with that is I've called 6 of my normal wood dealers, guys that I've dealt with in the past. So far I've called 6 of them, and nobody has an archtop guitar set. So I don't know what to do. I've been asking everybody, who do you know that sells more wood? Who do you know that's selling wood? And I have found a guy in Alaska that I think has some archtop guitar sets, and I'm going to try to order some stuff from him, and I'll let you know later in the week how that turns out. But for the moment, progress on the mandolin-shaped mandocello has come to a screeching halt. Okay, let me see if I can figure out a way to tell you guys what I need to tell you. The video footage that you've watched up to this point was shot maybe 10 or 12 days ago, edited and ready to more or less upload. And then I got one of those awful calls in the middle of the night and was called away to a hospital in Knoxville. I have 3 boys, and my middle one was down there in a coma, and after 7 days in the hospital, he passed away. So we're all in that surreal world that exists after an event like that. And I thought to keep myself busy, I would try to finish the video that was almost ready to upload anyway. In the interim between the last of the shooting, there was some work that I got done on the mandolins that we were working on, and also in the interim there, the wood that for the mandocellos, which I ordered from a place called Alaska Specialty Wood. It has arrived. I haven't opened it up and looked at it yet, but it's here, so we'll do that in one of the future videos, I guess. And obviously you saw number 6. It went in the box. It's more or less ready to move on. I think you saw some video footage of me sawing the scroll out and carving the scroll on number 5, which also I have put all of the binding on. It's not cleaned or anything, but at least that much has been done. And I have glued the 2 back halves together, and I think the most progress was probably made on mandolin number 3. I think the last time you saw it was the binding was on, but kind of all rough and everything, and it's been cleaned up, and the neck was installed last week, and the pickups is installed, and the kerfing is put in, and it's more or less ready to have the back on, and that's where that one's at. And so that kind of brings everybody up to speed, and I'll close this video off right now. I don't know when I'll be back for another video, but we're going to do our best to try to get things back on a weekly even track as soon as possible. And so, having said that, thank you so much for watching to the end, and be on the lookout for another video in the future.